If you see a negative power means the reciprocal. In other words, to turn it upside down. If it's not really a fraction, the base, we know 81 is the same as 81 over 1. Hence, a negative power is going to turn upside down. Hence, I'm going to rewrite my fraction as being 1 over 81, and the power of half is now positive on the bottom. Leaving the 1 over, we know power of half means the square at the base. So again, leaving the 1 over, the square root of 81 is 9. If you've got a fraction raised to power, we apply the power to both the top and the bottom of the fraction separately. If we've got a fractional power, we know the number on the bottom of our fractional power, that's our root. And we do that first. As I've got 3 in the bottom, that's the cube root of 64 on the top. And I'm also going to do the cube root of 125 on the bottom. And the number on the top of my fractional power, that's my power. That's what I raised my answer to. So in this case, I'm going to square the top. And I'm also going to square the bottom. On the top, I know the cube root of 64 is 4, as 4 cubed is 64. And the cube root of 125 is 5, as I know 5 cubed is 125. As I'm squaring both the top and the bottom, I know 4 squared on the top, 4 times 4 gives us 16. And the bottom 5 squared, 5 times 5 gives us 25. Whenever we're dealing with directly proportional or inversely proportional, the first thing we do is copy the first letter, in this case y. We always go straight into our equation. In this case, we always put equal to k, where k is our constant we're trying to find. If it says the word inversely means we're now dividing by whatever comes next. Hence, we're dividing by, so it's going underneath the k. As it's directly proportional to the square of x, well, square of x in algebra, we write as x squared. Hence, I have y equals k over x squared. My next step is to find the value of k, where k is our constant of proportionality. To find k, we must have a pair of values that satisfy this equation. We're here all 4, we have pairs. I'm going to pick the first one, the small number. Here I know when x is 1, y is 9. Hence, substituting into our equation, well, y in this case will be 9. So 9 is equal to k is what I'm finding, so leave k alone. On the bottom, x squared, in this case x is 1, well, 1 squared, or k divided by 1 is simply k. So I know k now is 9. Now I've got the value of k, I can substitute back into my original equation. Y equals, k we know is now 9, so it's 9 over x squared. Find the positive value of x when y is 16. So I'm always substituting into the equation I just found. Well, here y is now 16, so we're going to have 16 on the left-hand side. It's going to equal to 9 over x squared. As I'm finding the value of x, I know the opposite divide by x squared is to multiply up the other side by x squared. Hence, I've got 16x squared. And on the right-hand side, I've just got the top, in this case 9. As I want to find the value of x, the opposite of times by 16 is now divide both sides by 16. On the left, 16 over 16 will cancel, leave us with x squared. And on the right-hand side, I've got 9 over 16. As I want to find the positive value of x, I know the opposite of squared is to square root. Normally, when we take the square root, we have a plus and a minus. As I only want the positive root, hence I'm going to take the positive square root. So in this case, the square root of 9 over 16. When squaring a fraction, I can square at the top and the bottom separately. The square root of 9 on the top is 3, and the square root of 16 on the bottom is 4. Hence, x equals 3/4.